Today, we're heading to the Manor. We're going to look at the space and talk about what winter weddings could look like. Hi, I'm Manav from Verity Weddings. I photograph weddings across Toronto and Southern Ontario, and I create videos like this to help couples plan their wedding. The Manor is about an hour's drive from core downtown, so depending on where your ceremony is or where you're getting ready, something to keep in mind when building your timeline. I'm here with Diane today, who is the ringmaster for the Manor. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Diane Kuoja. I'm the Director of Sales and Operations here at the Manor event venue. Beautiful property. It's very dear to my heart. Great venue, great company to work for. And yeah, we have a beautiful product and such amazing clients. Like, who wouldn't want to come here?
So maybe we can start with where the brides get ready, the bridal suite.
Oh, yes.
And then you can give us a tour.
Definitely.
Okay,
Let me
let's
show
do
you
that.
what happens when that bride comes through that front door.
Awesome, let's do it.
We are in bridal suite number 3.
Okay,
Yes.
tell me about this.
So this is one of the areas where our couples can get ready. Suites accessible anytime after 10 a.m.
Okay.
Beautiful, bright, open. And I love all the natural lights. So if someone wants to get ready here, hair and makeup artist on site, they can come at any time after 10 and utilize the space. Also great area to keep their personal belongings throughout the evening.
Right.
On-site safe inside of all of the suites, which is fantastic.
Okay, so they're probably gonna get ready before and they're gonna come here and do like the final getting ready. Okay.
Some do that. Some
Okay.
will come neck up ready to go. They've already been to the hair and makeup artist.
Right.
And then they'll come in their comfies and then put the dress on when they get here. And then depending what time a client's ceremony is on site, if it's on site with us,
Right.
they might actually get ready here in the morning and have the hair and makeup artist on site.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, interesting. So I'm guessing if the ceremony is like at 4 o'clock or something,
Exactly.
they can get ready here, no
Yes.
problem. And this is big enough for like a good amount of bridesmaids to get
Yes.
ready as well. Maybe I'm gonna say easily 8 people can
Oh, yeah.
comfortably
Oh.
be here, including hair and makeup artists,
Yep.
everyone. Do you have something similar for grooms or is it like way smaller?
Well, we call it the bridal suite, but really it's the VIP suite. It's brides. Let's be
Okay.
honest.
Yeah, no, it is.
But you know, sometimes
Yes.
the groom will actually come with his groomsmen and they'll actually use this space because the bride's gonna come fully ready just moments before the ceremony.
Right.
So sometimes the guys get to use it as their hangout, which is nice.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that if there's no first look, that's when that happens,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because bride's gonna just show up for the ceremony
That's
at
right.
the same time.
Exactly.
Let's move on to where the
Yeah.
bride will go next. So Diane, I'm guessing this is where people do their first look?
Yes, we see a lot of first looks in this area. So
Okay.
if you want to turn around,
Okay.
perfect. And then the bride
Yes.
is gonna come right up
Okay.
and normally do that classic little double tap
Yep.
on the side.
And then turn around.
And there we
Like,
go.
Oh my God, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
This is a really
This
nice spot for this.
Really nice by
So-
the fireplace, especially for winter. It's so
Definitely.
nice.
And you got that overhead lighting going on,
Wow.
natural light.
So we're gonna do the second option for the first look. So
Okay.
if you want to step just up here,
All right.
there we
Right
go.
here.
And then
Mhm.
if I'm the bride coming in, a little tappity tap, and then here I am.
Oh my God, you're beautiful.
Thanks.
This is nice too.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Like even you can do it at the top. It's just a nice big staircase. This nice
Yeah.
wine tower.
There's a lot of options here.
Yes.
Even here, maybe.
100%.
So yeah, because you got such big windows
Yes,
and
that's
everything's
really
beautiful.
nice. Yeah. So we're in the Elizabeth Hall.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's take a tour maybe.
Yeah, let's take a tour. So we actually have it set up for a ceremony, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Imagine getting married right in front of that brick facade, having this as your beautiful backdrop behind you. Like, let's walk down the aisle.
Definitely, let's do it.
So, we'll pretend we're getting married. So imagine you're walking right up,
Yeah.
that beautiful snow, the landscape. It's absolutely stunning.
So this is similar size as the one upstairs.
Yeah, so both the Alexander and Elizabeth Hall are the exact same size.
Okay.
They both accommodate 320.
Okay.
So in terms of sizing, identical. I think it just comes down to the feel and the vibe of the space.
Yeah.
This one's ground level, beautiful view, backdrop behind you. Now, if this was set for a dinner reception,
Yes.
head table would go in front of the brick facade,
Right.
dance floor fully open, and then your guest tables completely surrounding the dance floor. Down here, we typically, during our winter months, just reserve this as the ceremony space.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll actually route the guests up to the main level.
Okay.
Yes. And it's just typically with the larger rooms, we have a larger guest count.
Right.
Just that flip takes a little bit longer.
Right.
So this way we can facilitate their cocktail reception immediately. So ceremony down here and then up to the main floor.
So let's check out that area.
Yeah, let's go take a look. So we're in part of the lobby area for
Okay.
the Alexander Hall.
Nice.
So this is what we call the Snyder Lounge.
Okay.
So this is great. Nice big open area,
Yes.
beautiful natural light, great areas for photos out here. with all
Definitely, I
those
was
lovely
thinking same.
rocks.
Yeah.
And if you had a photo booth, perfect area right here.
Yes. I can see that.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then this is sort of like a hangout area. You can put your
Yeah,
drinks here.
Exactly. And we'll use this for like late night stations later on.
Oh.
People want to put like some photos of themselves. So you can use this for a multitude of
Yeah.
different things.
Definitely. Those cards in there.
Yes.
Some
of course.
candles, some pictures.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then there's a bar over there, which is,
Yes.
I'm guessing, part of this?
It is.
Okay.
Yes. So from the Snyder Lounge area, it connects to this space, which is
Okay.
part of the lobby. So we have a beautiful bar here. So bar service leads right into the Alexander Hall. So nice area for people to mix and mingle.
Very nice. And this is the same size as the one downstairs.
It is
Okay.
exactly the same size. Now the difference is we're a little more elevated.
Yes.
So we have a nice picture panoramic view, and you have 3-sided windows in the room, but you still have outside access.
Okay.
So you have terraces on both the north and the south side of the space.
Beautiful.
South side actually has a balcony overhang. So if you have a day with a little bit of inclement weather,
Yeah.
guests can still use that terrace.
Interesting.
Guests can take their drinks out, enjoy the patios. It's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. And I've seen this is set up for a reception.
Yes, we have it set up for a wedding.
Okay.
Now we have head table in front of the middle brick facade here.
Nice.
And then we have our guest tables completely surrounding the dance floor. And then we actually have designated DJ booths in all of the spaces.
Okay. What about that? What's that for?
So we've designed that to put your wedding cake under. Which is
Okay.
super cute.
Okay.
Now you can use it for other things. You
Yes.
can also put, like if you had a memorial table, you could set that up there.
Right.
Or if you wanted to put, some people have donut walls come in.
Right.
Perfect area to put like a donut wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen that a few times last year. This is like a new thing now, right?
So good. Or like mini pies,
Yes.
like trends change. Now it's the tiramisu cakes, that big
Yes.
trend with
The
the dust.
Tiramisu Tower?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, so good.
That's beautiful. So this place is doubled down as a ceremony space.
So we can do a ceremony in here
Okay.
and the dinner reception. So let's go
Okay.
through that. So
Yes.
you would have your decorator come in and drape the area straight across here.
Okay.
And then we're going to take all the tables from the side, put them behind the divider,
Okay.
and use all the chairs and set the ceremony up in this area here. So you can either come through the double doors and straight up to the windows for the altar,
Okay.
or we have some people that add a little bit of a window valance opening here.
Okay.
And then you could walk straight up and use the chandelier as the altar area.
Interesting.
And then
Right.
what we do is we would flip the guests into the lobby,
Right.
respace it, and then guests can come back in. But if your guest count's a little bit larger, like if
Right.
you're around the 200 mark or greater, 220, then we would use the downstairs hall for the ceremony, and then the guests would come up and the space is already ready in the winter.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you see a lot of weddings still having 400 guests, or is it like shrinking now?
Definitely numbers are a little bit more intimate.
Yeah.
Still those inquiries for those larger numbers, but I'd say the average we're seeing is about 150, give or take. And I
Okay.
think people are just being mindful of inviting those that are most precious to them. And
I agree.
wanting to have something that's a little bit more about them, and maybe they actually know everyone in the room, which is nice.
I agree. And I feel
Yeah.
like one thing I've noticed is that people are not necessarily spending less. They're just spending on the right people.
That's right.
They're not spending on more people.
That's
and
right.
the weddings are getting more extravagant,
100%.
but they're shrinking.
Because you can do more
Yeah.
when you have a slightly lesser guest count
Yeah.
and have more of an eclectic experience
Yes.
and really think a little bit more out of the box. So I think that's where a lot of people are downsizing their count
Yeah.
because they want to take still the same budget, but they
Yes.
just want to put it into elements that are going to give them a little bit more of an experience factor.
Exactly.
So this is VIP suite number 2, and this one's assigned for those that book the Alexander Hall.
I can again see maybe 6, 7 people easily
Yes.
here and here,
Yeah.
including
Yep.
the makeup artists, hairdressers, everyone.
Yeah. And that natural light, once again, it's one of the amazing factors of all the suites.
That's the best part about this venue, that this every part is beautiful. Every window you look out of is beautiful. I want to take so many pictures right now.
So we are in Bravo Suite number 1.
Okay.
Yes.
And tell me more about this. This is like slightly smaller. Is this specific to any specific hall here?
It is, yes. So it's part of the Victoria Hall. So each hall has their own designated suite.
Does this mean that you can have multiple weddings on the same day?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And what's great, everyone has their own dedicated suite.
Right.
So you have complete privacy, place to put all of your personal items, and it's your dedicated suite the entire day, anytime after 10.
Interesting. Okay, I'm guessing the same facilities here. You've got the safe and everything going on, a little fridge there, right? This is like the size of a condo.
It's huge. I know, it's huge.
Right?
And same thing, all the beautiful natural light here.
Exactly.
Which is fantastic. Beautiful for pictures,
Oh,
for
yeah.
dress hanging. Now this suite, the Victoria Hall suite, this one is for a hall that accommodates up to 160.
Okay.
In terms of guest count. So we are in the Victoria Hall.
Okay, and this is on the upper level.
Yes. So this is a dinner reception hall, but we can also host on-site ceremonies in here. So if we're talking winter,
Right,
we can actually have the ceremony set on the south side of the hall.
right.
And essentially we can have all the guest tables hiding behind a divider on this side.
Okay,
Bride would walk through the double doors here, or this could be an entire reception, or sorry, an entire ceremony
Yes.
space. So they could come through the double doors, but either way, we would use the front altar there.
okay.
Beautiful south window. Ceremony takes place, and then the guests would retreat into the lounge area, and
Right.
then we respace this for the dinner reception if the reception is in the same space.
Okay.
So this can be a ceremony room. This can also be your dinner reception, and it can be both.
What time do ceremonies generally happen in winter?
So we want to think about when it gets dark
Yeah.
in the evening.
Yeah.
And it also depends if a client's doing a first look.
Right.
Because that's going to indicate some people want to do a ceremony at that sundown, beautiful candlelight.
Yes.
So we want to make sure they see each other beforehand to maximize their photos throughout
Right.
the day. But we have clients that want to see that first look as you're walking down the aisle.
Yes.
So we just want to time that ceremony accordingly. So often we'll recommend to do maybe a 2 o'clock, 2:30, even 3 o'clock ceremony.
Right.
And then, of course, if you want something a little bit more closer to sundown.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Because I see that's south, right?
Yes, that's
And
it.
so that means that's east.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of sun right now because it's morning. But around 3 o'clock, I'm gonna guess that this becomes slightly darker.
That's right.
Right? Because
Yes.
there's no windows here.
That's right.
So is that still a good time, or people do like morning, like noon ceremonies?
A morning ceremony, absolutely beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
look at how it looks. It's so
Yeah.
stunning with the light.
Exactly.
But either way, you're getting a lot of natural light in here, irregardless.
Mhm.
And if you want that candlelight, that sunset ceremony, very romantic,
Yes.
very intimate,
Yes.
it can work. And you still see the sight lines outside, which is beautiful.
This is nice spot for sweetheart table.
Yes.
So how long does it take to flip this from
A ceremony?
ceremony to reception?
Yeah, it honestly takes like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's a very quick transition because the tables are already preset, just hiding behind that divider.
Right.
And then we move those into place, respace all the chairs.
Right.
Now, the guests typically don't come back into the room for another hour, hour and a half after because they're busy doing their cocktail reception at
Right.
that point. So we have time for decorators to put their final icing on the cake and make sure the hall is perfect before the guests come back in. So this is the lounge.
Okay, so what's this
Yeah.
for?
So this is our cocktail lounge space.
Uh-huh.
So the idea is when people are mixing and mingling, enjoying that time after the ceremony, or
Right.
if the ceremony is off-site and they're arriving for the reception,
Right.
they can mix and mingle in this area. We also use this for late night stations as well.
Yes.
Set up late nights, and for those that want to get away from the loud music, it's a great place to come and have a nice, comfortable conversation once the party gets underway.
And even things like, I don't know, photo booths. Where do people generally set up photo
So photo
booths?
booth would be perfect in the adjacent lounge area here.
Let's check that out.
Let's check it out.
So this is still part of the hangout area.
It is, yeah. So
Okay.
part of your lobby space, you have
Okay.
the fireside lounge, this north lobby area, and you're asking me about photo booth.
Yeah.
Right along this wall is perfect. You have your perfect backdrop.
Yeah.
Best time to do a photo booth is after dinner. Photos get a little more creative because people had a few. That's true.
Yes, yes.
But you can also do it during the cocktail reception, which is nice to keep your guests entertained, enjoying the photo booth. But I particularly like it after dinner.
Me too, definitely. I feel like everyone's more fun.
100%.
All right, this is the outdoor area.
Yeah, so every floor has their own outdoor accessibility. So this floor is a beautiful walkout terrace, wraps around to a little sitting area. Now, beautiful for pictures.
Yes.
Not so much in this winter time where people are really going to linger out here too much, but you can get a nice mild night, nice mild day. People can come out, get a little fresh air.
We're still on the first floor here.
We are, yeah.
So where are we now?
So we're in the lobby bar area. So
Okay.
this is where we have one of the most important parts of the evening, the
bar.
beverages. Yes. And then this connects to the venue, the Victoria Hall, down to the fireside lounge area. So this is part of your entry lobby area.
Okay. Speaking of, who does the catering?
So Peter Halls, we're the in-house catering team. Amazing. But we also understand that some clients have very specific requirements, so they're looking to tie something in more culturally specific. So we're happy to work with the caterer. We just have to pre-approve the caterer, or we have specific caterers that we already have alliances with. So yeah, happy to be as flexible as possible.
Okay, that's very convenient actually. I'm guessing most couples go with your in-house
They
catering,
do,
right?
yeah. We're very multifaceted, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. So very well equipped to accommodate a variety of different backgrounds, and clients have very specific things they like
Yes.
or experiences that they've had in life, and they want to tie that into the wedding and the experience, and also representing their cultural background.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's like super important for certain
Yes.
couples. So the bar is also included in the catering.
Yes.
What else is included? What else does the venue provide?
So we provide use of our in-house tables, chairs, linens, cutlery. So basically everything's a one-stop shop, which is fantastic.
Nice.
Clients just need to look into what their decor is.
Right.
So what's that icing on the cake, as we like to call it. So what's going to add their decorative accents? So things like centerpieces, any kind of head table decor. But when you have all the views of the beautiful surroundings, you don't have to do a lot in the halls.
Right.
Which is really nice.
That absolutely, for
Yeah.
sure. And then decor, I'm guessing you do not provide that in-house.
Not in-house, but we actually have a sister division of our company called Pure Events. They're a full floral and decor division. So
Okay.
you can keep all the services under the Peter Paul's umbrella.
Right.
They're amazing, and I don't just say that because I work here. They are. They're really good. But we certainly welcome clients to work with the vendors of their choice if
Right.
they have a specific florist or a decorator that they want to work with. But always recommend checking out Pure. They're fantastic.
Nice. Okay. In terms of how the day will flow like,
Yeah.
do you assign a staff person to the couple? Like if something happens, like who's gonna look for the breaker box?
Yeah, for sure. So how it works is every client is assigned a banquet coordinator, and that's the person that will guide them through all of the final selections and kind of putting all the puzzle pieces together for their big day. Now, normally that meeting takes place with the detailer, probably about 2 to 3 months prior.
Okay.
And then that person is also here the day of. As their point of contact, we're going to liaise with the client's external vendors, make sure everything's set, running according to plan, greet the bride and groom when they arrive. If the ceremony's on site, our team will also run the ceremony, make sure everyone's cued, make sure the bride's dress is fluffed, just getting everyone down the aisle perfectly. And then that team is also here to facilitate if there's a receiving line, the grand entrance. Now that team does bow out once we get into the first course, but then the floor supervisor will take over from there. And the floor supervisor is dedicated for that wedding. We'll carry them out through the duration of the evening. So they're the ones working with the DJ MC to make sure everything is running smoothly, everything is on cue, but we've done all the pre-planning, so we already know the agenda, we already know the flow of the event, so the bride and groom get to relax.
Nice. So, Diane,
Yes.
thank you for the tour.
Thank you. You're welcome.
This is such a beautiful property.
Thank you.
And I just have a few more questions, more specifically about the winter weddings.
Yes.
Do you notice a difference in the energy between summer weddings and winter weddings?
You know, winter weddings keep more people on the dance floor. Because they can't be exploring all the outdoors.
Fair enough. Smokers are still inside, everyone's here.
But you know what I do love about winter? I love all the attire.
Okay.
Especially for the bride and the bridal party. Like the bridesmaids have their fur scrubs.
Yeah.
And it's just like so quintessential. It's just so classic and so beautiful. But even the guests, just like more of an elegant evening attire we find. More like nice gowns. And it's just, I don't know, a little more elevated I find in the winter. I really like it.
I feel like it's easier to be fashionable with layers.
Yes,
Right?
100%,
And
yes.
that makes it happen in winter.
Yes,
In summer, we
yeah.
can't really do much, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of all the coats, putting them on, off, do we
Yeah.
have coat check here?
Of course,
Okay.
yes.
So that's available for all 3 halls.
100%, yep.
And we have like a lot of capacity there. I saw you have a
Yes.
big parking lot out there.
Oh, yeah.
How many cars can you hold there?
A lot.
Okay.
But yeah, coat check definitely. Once those weather conditions start to turn a little bit chillier,
Yeah.
we go right into our coat check season. It's
Okay.
fully manned, no associated costs. So that's something we just offer as a courtesy.
Okay, that's awesome. And in winter, we can't really step outside for those portraits, right? And we photographers, we love our golden hour shots. We love our portraits outdoors. Makes our life easier.
Yeah.
But since we're indoors here for the winter weddings, what are the best spots for that?
Yeah. And I'll be honest, so many indoor but outdoor options. So let's talk about the indoor first.
Yes.
So obviously the front entrance fireplace, we have beautiful cascading staircases.
Yes.
I love those shots that, your teams always capture as they're walking down the stairs, the chandelier in the backdrop. It's just beautiful. We have some mirrors actually on the staircase too, so you can get that she's looking at him through the mirror shot. You know the one I'm talking about.
Yes.
Beautiful areas. And I think it's a lot about the moment that you capture, and even just in the rooms too, right by the windows,
Right.
the landscape in the backdrop. Any creative photographer, videographer can capture anything, which is amazing. And with this perfect backdrop, so many areas. Now, outdoors, we do want clients to go outside in the winter. Come on, get those winter shots. And honestly, we always clear pathways if there is a little bit of snow, so you can still venture out. Just the bride needs to remember alternative footwear,
Right.
of course, to make her way out. But even if it's just out for a few little shots, gazebos, it starts to get dusk and nighttime with the beautiful lights,
Right.
gorgeous. And even down by our waterfall, which in the winter beautifully covered with snow and the rock backdrop. It's beautiful. Just look at back behind us.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like out here with the rocks in the backdrop, this goes to a little lovely tunnel outside.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely a lot of shots possible here.
And the front has a nice carport coverage.
Okay.
So if it is a little bit of a cooler day and
Yes.
people want a little cover, let's say it's snowing, you can go to the edge and still get the backdrop behind you, but just be a little more covered underneath the canopy. And same with our South Terrace here off the Alexander Hall.
Right.
Nice areas to go because we have that nice overhang. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
brides don't have to be fully exposed to all of the elements. They can be underneath the canopy.
Because it's right there, so you don't even need to be out for more than like 3 minutes.
Exactly.
In and out, get that shot in, right?
Have to get the shot. It's all about the money shot.
There's a lot of times in like extreme winter, our batteries die because it's like car batteries. So they run out of the battery when it's too cold.
What's like the temperature that becomes a concern?
Well, this is definitely a concern right now. In minus 20, minus 30 is definitely a concern. Even minus 10, if you're out for more than half hour, I have to carry an extra battery in my pocket.
Now,
And
does the heat do the same thing, like in the
Heat
summer?
does the same thing, but it's the opposite. The camera overheats, the battery's fine. So you gotta let it cool down after. So sometimes, have you seen those pocket fans?
Yeah.
So I carry that with me during like an outdoor shoot in summer to keep the camera cool.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta make it work.
We all have our battles,
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Because we sometimes we get just like 10 minutes with the bride.
Yeah.
And we gotta get all those shots and at that time I don't have time for like the camera to malfunction. I want it to be doing its thing so I can do my thing.
100%.
Do a lot of couples do sparkler exits?
So, sparklers we can definitely do.
Yeah.
Beautiful in the front, that front pathway. You
Yes.
can have your bridal party on either side. You walk right through the middle of them. It's absolutely gorgeous.
That's awesome.
So lots of areas, and it's so magical in the snow. I love it. Definitely, if you're going to do it though, get the extra long sparklers so they burn a little bit longer. And then we just have to make sure you have a little bucket of sand to put those hot rods in.
Yes.
They're dangerous.
Oh yeah, because the extra long is definitely a good idea.
But you have to get the shot.
A few times sometimes.
Yes.
I'm like, all right, go back. Let's do it again. Oh, sparkler's out.
I know.
So, logistics question. What happens if it snows heavily in the morning of the day of the wedding?
Percent.
Yeah.
So the golf course takes excellent care of all of our snow plowing, making sure everything is accessible. Our staff are in right at 9 a.m. And then in terms of their comfort level and being able to take pictures, we constantly monitor where we need to do another shoveling off of our pathways outside so that they can take pictures. But we're very well equipped. The other thing that really works in our advantage is just out our entrance here. If you head north to Highway number 9, there's the sand pit where all the plows and the sanders come out of. So we couldn't be more fortunate. They're always traveling our road to get to all the other arteries. The 400 is always very well taken care of. Probably the first road that is tackled.
Right.
So we're very, very fortunate, our location, and obviously the upkeep of our grounds in-house.
And is the golf course part of this, or is that a separate thing?
So the Caring Place Golf and Country Club, it's a members equity club, so separate entity from the Manor.
Okay.
And then we run the venue here as part of the Peter and Paul's Hospitality Group.
Okay.
Yeah, so two separate entities just on the same grounds.
Okay, and you share a parking lot?
We do share a parking lot, but what we don't share is the same actual venue.
Okay.
So a lot of golf and country clubs, they'll share the same space as the golfers. So you could be a bride, and I'm a golfer, and we're that close to one another.
Right.
The closest you see a golfer is on the far side of the parking lot. So they actually have their own clubhouse on the opposite end of our location here.
Okay.
And then the other closest you'll see is if they're on the far fairway across the pond.
Right.
So it really has a better sense of exclusivity in that regard. And then, of course, in the wintertime, well, not many people are golfing in the snow. Well, no one's golfing.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Hopefully.
Well, hopefully, right?
Okay, so that, yeah, definitely not a problem for winter weddings.
Yeah.
But it's also good to know that it's a separate entity for summer.
Which is so nice.
Yeah. So winter weddings are like the perfect excuse for comfort food.
100%.
What do you see as the late night snack?
Good grilled cheese, French fries, even like a nice soup sip, like a nice tomato soup to dip that little grilled cheese
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Even things like hearty chili and nachos. It's just like really comforting. It's fun.
I'm guessing you can set it up all here.
Yeah, so
That's nice.
exactly. For the Alexander Hall here, and obviously our other event spaces have dedicated areas for the late nights. Even things like warm bread pudding, caramel glaze sauce, so like apple crisp with French vanilla ice cream. Like you can hit the spot with some different food
Oh, wow.
in the winter time. I know you're like, can I have it now? It's so
I'm thinking
good.
the same thing. So is that like something you provide as part of catering?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and we can actually customize a station as well for a client. So they come in and they have a specific vision for their station.
Mm-hmm.
We can definitely make that work.
Well, before we go, is there any advice that you want to give winter couples on their wedding that because a lot of people have not been to a winter wedding before. Some of them have been to summer weddings. So what to prepare for, what to look out for, any advice to them?
Well, I think my best advice is not to rule it out. I think many people have a vision of a summer wedding.
Yeah.
But a winter wedding has so many amazing attributes. Not only is it typically a time of the year that we don't see as many weddings, which
Yeah.
for most of us in this industry consider it a little bit more of an off season, which gives the wedding a unique feel. People are like excited to go to a wedding.
Yes.
You know, it's different, it has a different vibe, a different ambiance.
Yeah.
Summer weddings are equally as beautiful, but winter just gives that sense of exclusivity. And what I love about winter is obviously the attire. You can really play a little bit more around with your attire as the bride and the bridesmaids, even for your guests. A lot of times people do like a black tie, so they'll ask their guests to wear a certain color scheme. They want all the guests to wear black, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Wedding on Valentine's Day, you could do all red with your guests. So you can really play around with things. But winter is a great time. I think it's unique. I think it adds a lot of creativity. And the photos and the videos, it's probably my favorite part.
Mine too.
I know. Well, of course. Like, absolutely beautiful. My sister got married in the winter, and oh my God, it was gorgeous. Like, there's nothing that can take away from a winter wedding. And I think some people, you think you have to have green grass, and you don't.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is stunning.
Yeah. And I also feel like, especially in January, there's like nothing going on. Everyone's kind of sad. This gives everyone something to look forward to.
100%.
And summer is already so busy for so many people.
agree.
Everyone's traveling. There's like music festivals going on, food festivals going on. Oh, I have 17 things this weekend.
Yeah.
But in winter, everything's like slower. Everyone can actually enjoy the wedding.
Even going into a December wedding, which we still consider
Oh, yeah.
winter.
Oh, yeah.
The beautiful Christmas decorations in the facility, or a New Year's Eve wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like epic.
Certain kind of people would so much like this. I have a lot of friends who are like constantly skiing, snowboarding. This is their thing. They should not get married in summer.
And it does come with a little bit of a cost savings as well.
Yeah.
Because it is what we consider a bit of our shoulder season. It's a great price incentive.
Okay.
So that's an added caveat as well. You get to take advantage of a beautiful backdrop for all your pictures. As you say, people are less busy at that time of the year, and you often get a better yes response in the winter than you may in the summertime. So from your RSVPs, you're going to have a lot more family and friends be able to attend the celebration. But I think it's a win-win for everyone because the cost is also ever so slightly less.
Yeah. You still get to enjoy everything. And you get to
right.
kind of pick your wedding day instead of having the venue pick your wedding day.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is often there's a little more inventory to choose from.
Yeah.
Now, Don't forget too, there's a long weekend in February. So if you want to capitalize on the long weekend, the family day long weekend, there's also March break, which tends to be still maybe a little bit of snow out there.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of teachers, they'll capitalize on the beginning of March break or the end of March break. So there's some really nice times. And depending what you might do for a living, if you work outdoors, you're landscaping, it's very difficult to get married in the summertime.
Yes.
So the winter is a great option.
Yeah.
So I think for people's down seasons where they may work and what they might do for a living. But I like your thought process. If you like snow and you're a skier, you have to get married in the winter.
100%.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
100%.
Summer's not for you.
I know.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Diane. This was really helpful. I hope this was helpful for everyone watching.
Yes.
But if anyone has any questions, please drop them in the comments. Diane and I will try our best to answer them. If you're planning a wedding in Toronto or GTA, subscribe for more venue visits and planning conversations. And if this helped, like the video and drop your questions in the comments below. See you in the next one.